woman asked me, how are you so successful in navigating white spaces? And I said, I don't navigate white spaces. They're not white spaces to me. They're my space. They're our space. I actually got my makeup done at 8 a.m. today. 8 a.m. today because something impromptu happened where I needed to be in the room for something for one of the companies that I've co-founded that I have not announced yet. And we found out, my co-founder let me know that there's going to be somebody speaking at 9 a.m. that I needed to be. We all felt I needed to be in the room. And I posted today this Mark Cuban, Elon Musk video. I posted about 3 hours ago because Elon Musk called Mark Cuban a racist, which is really stupid, but he meant racist against like white people, which is even dumber. And I posted three hours ago. It has 37,000 views on Instagram, and it's across all of my platforms. It has Mark Cuban why he invested $6 million into my fund when he does not like to invest in other people's funds. 2,500 likes on Instagram, which only really means that you put things out there and then you use the data that you see in your numbers, like Instagram, YouTube, all of these, TikTok, they all give you the data. They tell you how many people watched it, how many people liked it, how many people rewatched it, which is a good metric too. And you take that and just as one more data point to say, okay, this audience and audiences like it, react and want this type of information or want this type of content. And what I learned from a Twitter poll that I did recently is that I asked people of the four following, what do they get from me or learn from me the most? And they said, I had the options of how to invest, how to get investment, how to generate revenue, or why diversity is important. And I talk about all four of those things all the time, but it was interesting to see the number one was why diversity is important. The number two was how to generate revenue. The investment side of what I do was the back burner. And I love that. I'm so happy that I saw that because although I've invested in more than 200 companies, I don't consider myself an investor first. I consider myself an entrepreneur first. And I consider myself a key maker first. So if I'm already helping people generate revenue, which I hear about every single day, people tell me that I do, then my plan and my goal to help create 1,000 new millionaires over the next decade, you really have to understand that it's coming from how to empower people to generate their own revenue. It's not going to come from how do I teach 1,000 people how to raise capital from outside investors. So you can always have a little bit of both going, of course, and there's a nuance to it and there's depth to it, and that's what I talk about in my other YouTube videos and things of that nature, and my books, really, and my courses, but it was really great information. And then you have that survey that says that the most thing I teach is the importance of diversity. And then you have a video that gets more than 30,000 views in 3 hours on Instagram alone that talks about diversity and talks about it from a perspective that nobody else has. Nobody else has invested in 200 companies, has been invested in by Mark Cuban, has started this company while homeless, etc. So you take those two things and it's really interesting that it's just proven out that way. Now, to give you reference, normally I'll get anywhere from 2,000 to 10,000 views on a video, on a given Instagram video. Sometimes it's been as much as 100,000, but it kind of varies. So I take that information that I just learned minutes ago while in my hotel room, and I think through and strategize, okay, how do I take that and remain authentic, because I don't want to just do clickbait or things that are just trendy. I have no interest in that. But how do I take the things that I know about and care about and react to them and comment on them? Because it's obvious that some people, not all, but some people want to hear my opinion. So how do I take that, choose the right topics, grow the platform so that more and more people can hear the message? If they hear the short message, many of them will convert to listen to the longer message. And the longer message is where you learn how to generate revenue and you learn how to become a millionaire, and you're one of my 1,000 new millionaires. Hi, I hope you're enjoying this episode. Join me at Your First Million Live. Go to yourfirstmillion.live, and because you're watching this video, I'm going to give you a deep discount on your ticket. Type in the word live, L-I-V-E, at the checkout for any tier, and I'll see you there. You'll be in the building. You have to be there. Join me, TLC, Janelle James, Sheila Johnson, Rich Paul, Issa Rae. Check it out. A cab driver dropped the bag. I asked the cab driver if he would wait on us for 20 minutes while we run in here because I didn't want to have to wait to find an Uber or find another cab out here because it's a little isolated. And he told me, he's like, oh, it's too expensive for you. It's too expensive for you. And I said, how much? And he said, I said, for 20 minutes, how long would it cost just to wait? He said, $30. And I was like, okay. Because to me, it's worth $30 to do what I got to do because time is money. And he's like, oh, it's too expensive for you. So he wouldn't do it because it was too expensive for me. He dropped the bag. He lost the bag because he was trying to get into my bank account. Y'all don't count yourselves out like that. Don't sabotage yourself. Let me be the one to say I can't. That's too expensive, right? You never know what your customer has. You never know what resources your customer has, and if they can't pay, don't force them to pay. Don't try to bamboozle them, but don't be the person that lowballs you, right? And especially if somebody offers you money. If someone offers you money to be just a little bit better, please say yes.
I worked for like the Air Force, Raytheon, Lockheed, and then I went overseas as a radar system engineer. So,
wow,
yeah, I lived in
that's
Japan,
amazing.
Taiwan, and South Korea. Yeah, so
that's incredible.
25 to 29.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
that's the face of tech right there.
All your stuff
Oh,
for so
thank
many
you.
years.
Thank
My name
you.
is Dimple,
Nice
and I love your
nice to meet
story
you.
and all the different things you've done.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to, just say hello because it's so.
Oh.
Actually, could we do a picture?
Yeah, of course. Yes. I'm speaking at 3. That address?
It's Rise Up Crowdfunding.
Rise Up Crowdfunding. And your name one more time.
Ruth Hedges.
Ruth Hedges. We will check it out. We'll make sure our audience checks it out.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you and have a good
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure what time it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should go over there and say something to him.
I wanted to get a copy of your book. I didn't get it, and I wanted. No, you don't have to give me one. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Catch me afterwards. I'll sign it. Yeah.
When they are not the Gen Pop.
Oh yeah. Well, someone asked me, a black woman asked me, how are you so successful in navigating white spaces? And I said, I don't navigate white spaces. They're not white spaces to me. They're my space. They're our space, right? So I would say if you're the minority or, not the dominant population, as you say, you have just as much right to be here as anybody else. You have just as much inheritance of this country, of this world as anyone else. You're equal, you're not better, you're not worse, but you're certainly not worse. Second thing is, I'm on a mission to eradicate imposter syndrome in women, and I'm also on a mission to instill entitlement in black women. It's been so long we don't have entitlement. I want black women specifically to have the entitlement of most of the white men I've interacted with here at CES, who will step over me, who will push against me, who will walk up to me literally and say, in my experience, you know things. I don't know what, yes. You know where things are. Where is ... If looks could kill, they might have just. And to tie it all together, the reason I want to do all of this is because we don't have time for imposter syndrome. We don't have time for any of that. The world is going to set up roadblocks for us, and for us to be the ones who say we can't do something, I don't care if you're a man, a woman, for us to be the ones who say that we can't do something, we're not supposed to be in the room, we're not allowed to be here, this is self-sabotage. I'll say this, and some people may walk out. Donald Trump was the president of the United States and may be once again. You can be the VP of programming or any VP anywhere on any planet, because that is true.
What was the name of the event that you said you're doing?
Your First Million Live.
Okay.
So if you go to Your First Million Live. So it's this, Your First Million Live, but
Okay.
Your First Million .live.
Okay, all right.
So we have everybody there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll grab you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm very good. I work with Alejandra Valdez from Amazon's Founder Stable. Okay. So we did a brain with her, and she told me so much about you. She loves you and appreciates you.
Yeah, we love that. Yeah, I love Amazon. We did 2 filmings.
Yeah,
that's
what she told me.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I just hear you. I'm like, oh my god.
Thank you.
You're so powerful speaking.
Thank you so much. What's your name?
Crystal.
Nice to meet you.
Can I take a picture?
Yeah, we just have to go this way because they keep picking us this way. Hi, good to see you.
This is like so fun. 10 minutes late.
Oh, it's all good.
Well, amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna take a picture here.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, wait.
Oh, she wants the picture. Yeah.
Love everything you're doing. I just got your
Thank
book
you.
on Audible.
Oh,
so I'm
awesome.
excited.
Thank you.
Although, so now I can actually listen right away.
Yeah.
And then your next event is the April one.
Yes, I'm on tour, but the next big event is April 9th through the 12th.
Okay.
Your First Million Live.
Well, I appreciate everything you're doing.
Thank you.
And it's very inspiring.
Thank you so much.
We need more people like you in the space.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Amanda Henry. I'm based out of Los Angeles. I am the VP of Brand Partnerships at Therabody, a company that my husband founded. He is the inventor of the Theragun.
Theragun.
Yes.
Anybody who's been on Instagram knows what a Theragun is. Y'all know what the Theragun is? That thing that goes.
Yeah.
That thing that's like does the muscles. What? Yes. Her husband founded it.
Yeah.
And they have other products too. And she what is your title there?
VP of Brand Partnerships.
VP of Brand Partnerships there, and that's her family's company.
It's been an incredible journey. It's an incredible company. Obviously, we've grown so much in the past years. He's created the first one in 2008.
Yeah.
He's a chiropractor by trade and got into a motorcycle accident. Was looking for something in the market to treat his injury, and the only options at the time were surgery or opiates. And that was not, he knew there was another solution out there, but there wasn't. So he made one.
Yeah.
To treat his soft tissue pain, and really had no intention of selling it or doing anything with it. Rehabbed himself, put it away, thought somebody for sure has made this or something like this. No one did. He had a patient come into his practice with a similar injury, and that was the first time he thought about doing it on somebody else, using it on somebody else. He used it on him, it worked, and at that point he's like, I gotta figure this out. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Fast forward years later in 2016, he met his business partner. They officially started the company, which was awesome. I had my own company at the time. I had a company fostering female-run and led business.
So we were on the same track.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had to make a decision. Do I leave my company and invest in this one and really have a chance to kind of create a white space? And I took the gamble. I joined the team, and I had a really tall task of really helping consumers understand why they needed to buy a $600 Theragun versus a $10 foam roller.
Yeah. Anything about, is any of the revenue public? Any of the numbers public?
They're public. They're public. We just did Series A last year.
Okay.
And we raised a really awesome round. So.
This is exciting. That's very cool. I love that. I just love that story.
Thank you. That's awesome. And I love what you're doing. I mean, you're honestly an inspiration for a generation.
Oh, thank you.
Your work is awesome.
I appreciate that.
It's good to meet you in person.
You too.
Love all the success. Your story is incredible. So very inspirational. Is it okay if we take a picture together? Of course. Yay.
Thanks very much.
Shut up, Maria. Show me some of that Spanish dancing. Ask me a bottle, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, yes. Yeah, this uses system so much. Help me believe in anything.
Don't get too much of it because I don't like it. It's like iRobot. It's gonna attack me. Look at that. It's like eyeing me. It's very dangerous. No, it's cool. I don't want to spread fear unnecessarily. Although I do think at any moment it's going to attack me.
My name is Jenna Smith. I am a VC analyst at Advantage. We invest at the early stages between sports and technology. And so when I was in the Master's of Sports Management program at Columbia, essentially our professor Grant's son introduced Arlan Hamilton's story, learning a little bit more about kind of her trajectory in the industry, which inspired me to get into VC. So it's truly an opportunity to be able to meet her and connect with her today.
That's so cool. I love that. Thank you all. Anyone who is a professor using the Harvard Business case study at your school, this is the results of it. She's now in venture. That's amazing.
2 years in.
2 years in. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I'm headed to Gary Vaynerchuk's VaynerX dinner here at CES. And I'm looking forward to it. It should be a lot of marketing people, I'm assuming. I hope to see Gary. I don't know if he's here or not, but I'm sure he is. He did a lot of his content from CES when he first started his vlog, so I think that's kind of cool. And Gary's going to be at my event, Your First Million Live, dropping gems like always. Join me at Your First Million Live. Go to yourfirstmillion.live, and because you're watching this video, I'm going to give you a deep discount on your ticket. Type in the word LIVE, L-I-V-E, at the checkout for any tier, and I'll see you there. You'll be in the building. You have to be there. Join me, TLC, Janelle James, Sheila Johnson, Rich Paul, Issa Rae. Check it out.